to product quality, but I see his listings back up. Is he better now? I have faith in Vroom, so I'll be patient. It's obviously difficult for him, but he keeps us all in the loop through PMs and profile updates, so you gotta give him credit. Anyway, I received a free sample today that looks awesome. Nice clear little shots, but I'll post when I learn more. P.S. Anyone know what happened to Quiglan Klevmeyer? I can't reply to PM from him. Post by Candy. Will you be listing again anytime soon? Post by Heisenberg. Yeah, well, doesn't look like I'm out of business, does it? Just the previously mentioned interruption. You think running around making yourself look stupid and saying things like I retired at 30, I get coke for $25 that's pure, and all that other drivel really passes on here as reality? You think I've been here for months to just scam you? Nice ego. You think I'm bouncing over you? I'm not bouncing. You really thought you had that kind of power over anyone? I almost feel bad for you. I told you to apologize and you won't. I don't see why I should lift a finger until you do. You spewed insults and lies in my review thread and the meth thread. For everyone else, I quit doing meth now that I've paid everyone except Dinkus over here. Sorry if I spooked you by pushing this guy in an earlier post and you thought I was leaving. This is why I leave my posts where they are, while this guy has more edits than brain cells. Considering the state of the market, I couldn't let myself continue to not be at the level I should be operating at. So I fixed it. Letting it deteriorate more would be a serious disservice to everyone and mean I wasn't fulfilling my obligations to DPR either. Hope that clears the air for people a bit. Work for it. You really think I'm not 20 steps ahead of you no matter how high I was? You aren't that clever. Post by Candy. That's awesome. Maybe I can get in on a bit before he sells out. I like being able to try as many different ones if I can. Thanks for feedback. Post by Optical Infinity. I don't have bands, but I can't afford to shop around either. Don't squander that luxury. It'll take me about 4 months to really try everyone. Post by Work for It 69. You should have gone out of business before you started stealing from unsuspecting trusting buyers like myself if you had any real integrity. The fact that you still do not realize that is both sad and troubling. Also, to your point, do you honestly believe that you didn't scam me by taking my money to pay back other people with it? Really? So you're telling me if you went to your dealer one day to get your product, it would be okay if he took your money for more than 2 months and gave you nothing for it? I regret nothing I wrote about you, and yes, I was wrong because I thought you were a person that took pride in his image and reputation. The fact that you have no shame about what you did to me is beyond baffling. Any person that was capable of feeling shame would have walked away with his head between his legs after what you did. So yeah, I guess you got me there. I made the wrong assumption about you being a human that felt shame. You win and should be very proud. Finally, and this tops the cake, you think I should apologize to you? Really? Like I said, everything I wrote about you I stand by 100%. Post by Priscilla Marie 90. Yeah, that's the problem. Finding a trusted vendor who always has consistent flow is not possible. Post by Hillybilly 2. I have to say that the professor came back strong. He really hooked me up on his 420 pre-sale. Not only upgraded to Express but wow over. I don't dip too hard at first and Ave about 50-70 mgs a day, but got it Saturday and started in. Today when I finally got to my favorite analytical balance, that bag still weighed the gram I was expecting plus. I figure it was over by a minimum of a quarter. I only'd apple with pipe, but a shard seemed to last a long time. Very clear and pretty shard, still hitting hard 3 days in on my bump snort program. It was on par with Heisenberg's gear for me. Peace. Hilly. Post by Optical Infinity. If Vroom flakes, I'll cancel and order with the professor. 16 hours until I can cancel. Post by Buster 39. Glad to hear hopefully Professor become the shining vendor on here. From the service I have received so far, I don't see that being too far off. Post by Hated Patriot. Since tonight is the only time I've ever done meth, I wonder could someone rate my experience in relation to the wares of other vendors. So, anyone who has had VMM's shards, especially recently and have had other shards, how do they compare? I'm jacked the fuck up, I know that lol. I've done several 50 to 100 milligrams injections. I'm done for tonight, though. And once this bag is gone, it's gone. I'm not a speed freak, just don't love it, I don't know. I am gonna send my buddy a taste since he also has never tried it and would like to, but has no clue on how or where to get any. I gotta say, though. Meth is me, I have known lots of people that throw away everything on it, and look at how it's an epidemic in some places. Why? What's the draw? And I've been addicted to every drug on earth. I've done cocaine. Till I was without anything twice in my life. Same thing with heroin. But after the heroin, all other drugs seemed to lose their power. About 8 months or so ago I got a gram of good-ass flake. It was really nice blow. I was pretty excited. Since I hadn't done any in years. I went to bed before the bag was gone. It just didn't have the appeal it once had. All that went away with the heroin. I remember the time I did coke before that I had some 84% that I bought only. Because I saw it check 84 and I had never done anything that strong. I went home and did me big ol' 150 to 200 milligrams shot. I've done tons of coke in my life, so I wasn't worried about ODing. Anyway. My whole face went numb and I projectile vomited harder than a motherfucker. After a few minutes I did another shot, then another till T-gram was gone. I never even thought about getting another bag, versus the past when I would have been up for 5 days. Heroin is the king of the hill. It makes all other drugs seem insignificant. Maybe that's what's going on here. It's nice, I got tons of energy and I'll use that energy, but all the time? Fuck number. But, yeah. Someone tell me how it stacks up in the meth world, VMM's crystal that is. Post by, Candy. Professor Twack was awesome enough to send me a sample of his meth, which I received today, for /23/2012, exactly 5 days after he said he was sending it, 3 days if you don't include the weekend. I must admit, I thought it was extremely cool of him, especially since I was a little nervous about ordering from anyone after all the havoc going on lately here. First of all, he was very generous with the amount for a sample and there was even a decent-looking shard included. I don't smoke or inject this stuff, so it's no big deal if it's crushed but it's still cool to see the crystal shards. I would normally just cut lines and sniff it, but recently a new friend taught me a new technique which is much better and doesn't burn the hell out of my nostrils lol. They said that swallowing the same amount I would make a line with is almost as good as smoking it. So I wrapped, or squashed, a small bit, non-crushed, in a tiny piece of dough that I ripped off a piece of bread and just swallowed it whole like a pill. It takes about 10 or so minutes but it definitely feels a lot better and lasts much longer. Okay, so I'm not an expert but the stuff he sent was really clear and crystal-like. It was the clearest I've ever seen. After doing just a tiny bit, it slowly crept up and felt really good. I honestly did not need any more for a long time, around 7 hours. I took another tiny line after 7 hours but really didn't need it. It made me feel exactly the way I like. No real stress or edginess, just a nice even high. It made me definitely want to do stuff to keep busy and really helped me catch up on every tedious chore I normally hated doing. It also made me want to write, which is one of my favorite things, and get busy on my graphics projects and logos that I have been having trouble designing lately. I was full of so many ideas suddenly and I loved it. Okay, so I received it at around 4 p.m. today and it is now 3:22 a.m. and I am still feeling amazing on the little bit I did. This was definitely great in my opinion. A little literally went a long way and that is always a plus. A friend and I both did the same amount, and there is still half of it left. How awesome is that? I'm not aware of any problems people had with Professor Twack in the past but I understand there were some problems and I can't really comment on that. From what I have experienced with him, I think he is a vendor definitely worth trying out. I for one, Would not hesitate to order from him after this experience. Also, seeing his prices now and knowing what his product is like, make this even more worthwhile. Thanks so much Professor Twack, you definitely won me over. Keep up the awesome work. Sorry for the long post but it's still working in me so you know. Lol. Post by, Party Tonight. Well it's been a decent day finally, received from H&WG and then found out I got my order doubled from the professor, which is great, makes up for the first order of WGs that I fucking threw away. Looking forward to tomorrow. I usually just eat my stuff, put it in a capsule and gulp it down, last longer, no paraphernalia to deal with and sneak in off to the bathroom to take a hit every few minutes, that's hard to hide with kids and a hubby who don't know. Still have some of EMMs and some of Vroom Vrooms. I could have a taste test part A. I just hope these vendors stick around cause all my hookups are 17 hours away and that's a hell of a long drive to go get some shit. Everyone has been super cool and I totally appreciate the kindness. Stick around guys and keep doing what you're doing, us tweakers depend on it. Sobriety is not good for my health. Post by, Priscilla Marie 90. +1. Post by, Toajama. Is it just me or are we seeing some light at the end of the Hatefest tunnel? This whole meth scene was a shit show for a minute there. Post by, Anon 9876. I'm not sure where to put this, but I have a bottle of liquid Percocet that is 30 milliliters of 20 milligrams and want to trade to someone for about 2 gs of meth. If anyone is interested send me a message. Post by, Paray. WG, clever packaging, good service and great product. Always overweight and shards no crumbs. VMM, terrible service. NO service. Thumbs down. Post by, Priscilla Marie 90. About to go check the mail, though I don't expect to have anything there, if someone doesn't get some meth to little. Priscilla sometime very soon, it's gonna be a bad time. Post by, USD and methylamphetamine. I am yet to restock but I can whenever. How fast do you all think I can get off a ½ ounce? Sold only in grams and UP. At an unbeatable price in full escrow. If it seems right I can restock if I sell my Bitcoin. Thoughts? Post by, Invisibleman 007. Well I too placed an order with PT. I figured if he was willing to claw his way back after being overwhelmed in the beginning, and not disappear I figured it would be worth giving him a shot. He MSG'd me with my DCN and he said it will be here today. Mail hasn't run yet so we'll see. If it is as you say and I have no reason to doubt you, I'll be excited to see it. I also have an order still pending with Vroom, it will be 10 days tomorrow, and I'm still willing to wait it out as he has always come through. I did find it odd that 2 messages were unanswered yet he was online just yesterday. Maybe he was just checking to see if he had any orders, IDK. Anyway, congrats to those who are getting product and getting high, hopefully my turn is coming soon, D. Post by, whatever works. Why didn't you just do it? I was wondering where you went after sending out the samples. Look at what's available and read these forums and you can see there is enough room for a quality reliable vendor. I'm looking to buy right now and the shit sent to me tight away. Not when I don't want it anymore, but when I have the need and the Jones. So get a listing up there and let's do it. And vroom vroom, Kman man let make a deal. 0. Post by, Optical Infinity. I give Vroom until the end of the day to process my 4/20 order. If else, cancelling. Honestly, I don't know what else to do. Can I get a fucking half G for the same price from anyone else? I just don't know anymore. Post by, Tabanoid. Hey y'all, just wanted to report a transaction I had with USD and methylamphetamine. I placed an order for the close-out 1 gram meth bags right before the 4/20 sale. The package shipped either the day of or the next day. It was marked in transit. In other words, in transit meant it was in transit. I got it 2 days later. Packaging was secure. Here's where I have troubles, I'm a meth novice and I don't have a scale. I don't think it was the best I've had, but probably best value I've had. To put it in perspective, I did all the normal tweaked out fuck up, blow off work, watch internet porn, do needless cleaning, pretend to eat, dribble piss, shady meth bash shit and blasted through most of a .5 bag in one day, was feeling it into the second day. I shot probably .2 in 3 different shots over an hour and then smoked the rest. I was flying real high for 5 hours and then for an hour or so right back up there after smoking some through the rest of the day. Started at 6:30 am, quit the glass dick at 5 p.m, was able to sleep at 11 p.m. after 3. Benadryls. I was a bit sleep deprived from smoking the other .5 g over the weekend. In retrospect I wish I would have loaded up the spoon for one big shot, but you never know how it will hit, and I tend to use larger volumes of water as I use butterfly needle most of the time. Can't get free insulin syringes like I can the stuff I get. If the 1G price is the same I will definitely order again. Oh yeah, I know everyone wants to know about shards. This was pretty crushed up better, there were some chunks in each .5G bag. Hope this helps. Post by Priscilla Marie 90. Who the shit is Boss Hog? Lol, who's gonna try his fire ass Rusty Wallace first? I'm only down if it's a free sample. Edit. Also just placed an order with Professor Twack, will update hopefully soon. I felt sorry for him cause I don't think he really deserves the 84, but we'll see. Post by Ecopactum. I just PM'd him about a sample. It looks like he offers a lot of items. By the way, Professor Twack has agreed to help me out. Hopefully everything goes smoothly so I can get in a good buzz before next week. I'm really counting on it. I can't believe how awesome he has been answering my MSGS. I hope to God Vroom gets on here tomorrow. I hope he's okay. Post by MSWEN27. What's the new product Tony will be selling? Hopefully meth. Post by Candy. Yeah, he definitely seems like he is trying to make up for whatever problems he had before. It's great that you're finally getting some. I know how it feels to not be able to get anything. Professor Twick just noticed I had been looking for a reliable vendor and had some bad luck, so he surprised me with the offer to send a sample. I'm too shy to ask anyone to send me something free, but I can't pass it up if it's offered to me lol. I'm not stupid lol. Well, I was waiting for extra Bitcoin and now I'm off to place an order with my new fab vendor PT. Update, placed order with priority ship. Now crossing fingers and hoping everything goes smoothly with my first order from Professor. He has been really good though, so I'm gonna just relax for now. Post by Candy. That probably sounded worse than I meant it. I am by no means rich or even close to it. I just got a decent deal on bitcoins recently and had enough to order right now. However, this is not the norm, and I can usually only afford a half gram at any time. I've decided to put my faith, and Bitcoin, on Professor Twick and placed my first order with him tonight. I can't wait. I agree, it's a luxury to be taken seriously. I already took a hit with VMM and lost Bitcoin. It was so depressing. Emo Baggins. Post by Optical Infinity. I'm probably switching to Professor T if I have any more trouble. I'll re-up my ESA account later this week. So much for 4/20. Post by Candy. Yeah, I'm a little bummed that I didn't have Bitcoin in time for Professor's 4/20 sale. I feel like I'm overpaying after being teased with those prices lol, but I know he still has great prices. Maybe he'll accidentally drop a nice extra shard and it'll fall into my order before he packs it up. Hehe, okay, maybe not, but I can dream. Post by Costello 143. Where is Vroom Vroom? He doesn't respond to my message. Post by Ecopactum. Has anyone tried Boss Hog? He has only been on here for 12 days, so I was curious if anyone had dealt with him yet for his meth, expensive, albeit. Post by Ecopactum. Damn, where did all the listings go? I noticed there are now 3 new vendors on the meth page. I think it was 3, anyway. McGillicuddy Johns. Boss Shog. Sawmilk. Has anyone ever messed with these cats before? Eco. Post by Hillybilly 2. Vortex did delivery as he said he would. Sent message on the 21 and it arrived here yesterday. Very over and strong as usual. It did take since March 16 finalize but he did delivery. I am still loving the Professor purchase I made, so would think those thinking of upping they will be happy. Peace. Hilly. Post by, Ecopactum. I ordered from Professor yesterday, so hopefully he comes through before I go into work release next week. His communication has been awesome. Post by, Optical Infinity. I emailed ESA support about Vroom, they're suspending his account and cancelling all his orders. I just cancelled mine, but now I won't have methamphetamine this week. Post by, Priscilla Marie 90. I have an order with Professor Twack and I'm about to order a sample from Boss Hog. The listing title cracks me up. Post by, Torn. And I thought my order auto-cancelled because it had sat for so long. I should really remove his other offerings before cancelling the existing ones, now they'll just have to cancel the new order I placed with him too. What a fucking meth drought. If this drug is such a scourge, why the hell is it so hard to get someone to send it to me? Priscilla, I look forward to your review, if any of us ever gets shipped product again. Post by, Optical Infinity. Here's hoping Twok or WG gets something up. I'm transferring 30 BTC into my account tomorrow, and I want to get over Vroom's epic letdown. Post by, Invisibleman007. Well, good luck. For whatever reason I got a MSG from SR saying my order with Vroom was cancelled after waiting 10 days. Concerning point I'm slightly concerned too. Ordered 4/19 and it was marked in transit same day. Monday, 2030 sent me a tracking number and said now since it's in transit I could release funds if I wanted to but I didn't have to. I Northeast. VIA release funds early, ever, he said he sent it priority Monday, but so far nothing, and now he's pulled his listings. Oh well, who knows WHO to buy from anymore. Edit. Just read this, so I guess it answers my question. Post by, Cheese Puffs. Just earned myself a sample by joining Magilla Cutter John's fan club. He's supposed to send out the sample tomorrow with DC. Will report back when received. Also, supposed to receive from PT on Friday as well. Mine was put into transit a little early too, but winning his 420 contest makes it worth the wait. It's been about 3 weeks since I first placed my order with Heisenberg. Only 4 days left until it auto-finalizes. I hope he pulls through. Post by, Costello 143. What happened with Vroom? Can you give me some explications, bro? Post by, Torn. Hope it's better than the uploaded pic looks. In the end it only ever comes down to what's delivered, so I look forward to some great reviews, but the pic looks like a pile of someone else's used pipe scrapings. End of Part 017. Beginning of Part 018. Post by, Buster 39. Guys, lot not get the lynch mob on Professor yet. Maybe he put it in transit but had an issue and didn't get it out till Monday. I remember his 4/20 sales saying he wasn't shipping till Monday as he was out of town etc. I know someone who also ordered Fry and he received his DCN Monday and no request of FE. PT only had .25s left also, so maybe he has to re-up or whatnot. Who knows what's going on, but I think at this point he is looking like one of the better vendors and his feedback shows too. I understand everyone is edgy after the last few months of bullshit on here, but let's not jump all over a guy after 2 business days. Just don't FE anyways and you're good. I know I sound like I am on his junk, but I don't wanna see the hate get flowing and build up just yet. Post by, Keteljigdaxivin. Quick note, received 2 packages today. WG, as long as he keeps listing his products, I'll keep coming back. No point trying any other vendor here period. Great customer service, did a fantastic deal for me, 8 ball for the price of 3G. Crazy packaging, stealthiest out of all ESA vendors I've tried, and I think I found the iceberg that sank Titanic in the bag, 1.8G for one massive shard. Product quality, 3rd order and no change to the amazing quality. Burns ultra clean, heaps of energy and great euphoria from as little as 20 milligrams. A US guy, wasn't sure if I'll get the above order by the with ease, so last minute went with a US guy as I've ordered from him before and his shipping was lightning fast with product quality easily comparable to us. Once again, was not disappointed with next business day delivery, express post, and awesome quality meth. On top of that he gave me about 30% extra on a 2-point order. What a champion. Post by, Candy. I patiently stuck it out, over 3 weeks now, and didn't cancel order with Room because I believed he would come through and sign on to CSR cancelled it. I have my first order with Professor Twok after trying sample he sent me, loved it. I'm hoping he gets everything sorted out so my order doesn't get bumped off or forgotten. He seems overwhelmed but I'm still trying to keep the faith. I was also pleasantly surprised to find a PM from VMM saying my order was shipped and also doubled for all the troubles. I'll post if I get it. He does seem to be making an effort though. Last but not least, I received a sample through regular mail today, April 24, 2012, from a new meth vendor named Mdma Mail. I haven't tried it yet, but plan to within the next 24 hours and will post a review. It's crushed up but looks clearish or slightly white, but I'll have to look again when it's out of the bag. I'm just happy that new meth vendors are still popping up here. I also have some more to add to my review of Professor Twok sample I was trying, but it'll have to wait till tomorrow when I'm not exhausted emo baggins. It's definitely a good thing, and if I can determine it was actually PT's meth that caused it then I'll be his customer for life. Lol. Post by, Guri Dog. Payday is looming and I am hoping that some meth listings from WG pop up, as I am thinking he is a safe bet, but he's just catching up on himself. If not, it seems Marijuana is My Muse has taken up the slack and started to slang meth too. He has a great rep on the cannabis side of things, so I'd be willing to give him a shot. Pick looks fire, and various sized offerings for similar prices to WG. I am sure all will be right again soon. Also, it seems people are still receiving from VMM. I know some people have lost out or been waiting what seems like forever, but you gotta give the guy some credit for trying to right his wrongs. If someone was skanking his packages, he would be none the wiser until this all blew up surely? Now he's trying to make good with everyone he can, despite being flamed to fuck. He could just disappear into the ether, but no, still sending shit out. If he comes back, I would give him a shot again. A small order though. Haha. Hope this whole mashup meth scene gets back on its feet and running, as smoothly and timely as the other drugs on. SR. Here's hoping. Post by, Toajama. Wow man, my order was cancelled by SR from Vroom and his listings are down. There are no meth vendors in the US right now, well that I know of. Kras EE. Post by, Invisibleman 007. Well, no lynch mob mentality from me lol. It is important we keep each other informed on vendors. It is strange that I ordered on the 19th and he marked it shipped the same day. I ordered early enough that it could have been possible to send it out same day. I ordered before the sale because I figured he'd be slammed for the 4/20 sale. Another oddity was the suggestion, hint maybe, that since he had a tracking number I could if I want to release funds early. However, the tracking number is no good. He said he shipped priority, so we shall see. I'm in escrow, so the worst thing that will happen is I'll get my money back, but I'm really pulling for this guy because his communication, prior to him pulling his listings, was great, and he made right by everyone when he had issues the first time. So now I have, potentially, about 30 Bitcoin and no orders such as life. Post by, X8MX. I'm in the same boat, 30 plus Bitcoin and nothing I want to spend it on. Guess I picked the wrong time to hop on the Meth Express. It doesn't exist locally, so it pretty much feels like my best friend is missing. Hope someone solid steps up to the plate soon, very soon. Post by, Torn. Giving Marijuana is My Muse a shot. I mean, why should there be a vendor on here who isn't sitting on or otherwise attempting to send me something? Honestly, been trying to get an order processed and shipped since the 1st of this month. Here's to hoping that the mail is finally interesting today. Post by, Invisibleman 007. Agreed. HUMMM. then it's entirely possible mine will come today too.